Welcome to Thoughts with Starts with, aka Thoughts with CP. Technology is playing games with us. That's why I said Thoughts with CP because technology threw me off. Not Danielle. Danielle was perfectly fine. So technology threw me off, you guys. But I wanted to say happy Thanksgiving to my Canadian fan base because I know you guys listen up there. And so happy Thanksgiving. But today, Danielle and I are going to talk about where we want to be in our 30s and 40s. So, as I said when Uber Conference cut me off, I am in the process of being diagnosed with asthma. And if I step on this podcasting stage and say I am my mother's daughter because my mom had asthma and asthma is genetic. Her dad died of asthma in the 60s. And so asthma itself is genetic. And the funny thing is, I want my asthma to be as calm as my gift with cerebral palsy. And so it's not COVID. It's not COVID. My lungs are perfectly fine last time I checked, but it is it might be asthma because I'm 99% positive it's asthma due to I have that deep, bulky, wheezy chest cough. You know, the fun ones I'm talking about, you guys. Those of those of you that have asthma, you know the cough I'm exactly talking about. So I want to keep my house in check in my 40s. And granted, I don't think I will have a midlife crisis. I think the midlife crisis is over with unless I can come up with a good one. But I have been blessed enough to really be blessed with good health. And so I think that that is going to play a factor in my 40s and in my 50s as well. I mean, I'm no spring chicken, you guys. I am I am 33 years old and I have already lost both of my parents and surviving survived emotional and physical abuse, as you guys know. And so basically, what I want to happen is my health to be intact. I and I'm actually, as you guys know, in the process of moving, and so I am actually moving to a lower altitude in Colorado. And then I have a huge announcement in the next couple weeks because this will what I am planning to do is do this is just a step a step in the right direction. And basically, I have a huge announcement in the next couple of weeks. Don't worry, it has nothing to do with the podcast. You're like, huge announcement on a podcast? You're always thinking, oh, the podcast is going away. No, the podcast is staying strong and we're actually transforming the wins women of wisdom. What was wins women of wisdom into when for those of you that want to see me on video. And yeah, and of course that's a trick and a half because YouTube is YouTube, but we'll make it work. And so I will let you guys know when that transition is done. And my idea for my 40s and 50s is to keep my health in check in every which possible way I can. And so that is my idea of um, keeping my health in check. And I presume that Danielle wants to do the same thing.
Ah, ah, yeah, ah, yeah, 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 uh, eh, ah, yeah, she, she, eh, me, eh, she, eh, yeah, ah, yeah, yeah.
Well, yeah, you want to be happy and keep your health in check, and then keep CP in check. That's the
Yeah.
ultimate goal. And then, of course, we, Danielle and I say we collectively, want to travel again once this whole monkey business of coronavirus is over because I am so itching to get out of here, you guys, that it's not even funny. Put me on the road, put me in a plane, put me on a cruise ship. It's not even funny. So I think that Danielle and I want to do as much traveling as we can, um, not only in our 30s and 40s, but in our 50s. And I so badly want to be a digital nomad. It's not even funny. And have the capacity to do that. And it's not even funny about going travel. And then we also want this podcast to grow, which it's steadily growing, but we want I am I'm taking this job 10 times more seriously than I took my teaching job because my teaching job wasn't um, useful to me. It was more of a chore than podcasting. So that is that, yeah. And all we want is to be happy in our 30s, 40s, and 50s. And yikes, I can't believe I just said that as I can, well, in June of 2021, I'll be 34 years old. Gee, peace. I mean, that's a little scary, you guys. That's a little scary.
Yeah. Oh,
So, yeah.
the, the, no.
Well, that's a little scary.
Yeah.
Jeez, that's a little scary. Miss Miss my BFF for 20 some odd years. That's a little scary. So, yeah, and the ultimate goal is to be happy. And as we're recording this on October 10th, 2020, yes, we are. still sitting in a world pandemic, but it's also Mental Health Awareness Day, which we should have done a total episode on mental health and CP, and maybe we'll do that in the next couple of weeks. I don't know. I don't know. I have too many moving parts of you guys that I'm trying to keep track of, including school. And so that's always a fun one. So I will let you guys know what is happening. And as far as I know, um as far as I know, when we recorded last week and I said, well, the the plans have been put in place to hit the go button. Well, 24 hours after I said that, the go button came to me and said, yeah, yeah. And it's like, okay, okay, just slow down. And the go button is even getting worse. So it's like, can you please slow down enough so I can put two and two together? Yeah, no, the go button won't slow down. So I think what we're going to have to do, guys, is just Danielle is going to have to be my dance partner and all this, and be my fabulous assistant slash be my BFF. And I think she's ready to take on that job, or at least the job of the BFF. And so I don't know what's going to happen in the next couple weeks. All I know is I'm ready for whatever the universe brings, and I am ready to move literally and figuratively, and I am ready to just do what we can to move and get things done. And as I said, on May 19th, 2019, you guys, I remember distinctly what I said um, at the end of the episode of Cheers and Pinky. I opened it up with my dad had just passed away, and I said, "Well, welcome to Mr. Toad's Wild Ride." And you guys have been on Mr. Toad's Wild Ride for a while now, and welcome to part two. You just finished part one. It took about a year for us to finish part one, and now we're in part two, which I hope doesn't take a year to finish. I hope it goes a little bit quicker than that, but I don't know. I don't know because I don't know what tomorrow's gonna bring. I don't know what Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday are gonna bring, and the dynamics of what I'm dealing with slash the dynamics of the world health situation right now. I've been looking at it as a journalist slash a woman with CP slash a disabled advocate slash a mental health advocate, and it's not good. It's not good in all those cases, um, literally and figuratively, in all those cases of a spider. I just gave you the journalist aspect, the woman aspect, the disability advocate aspect, the emotional and physical abuse survivor aspect. nothing's changing. Nothing is changing, and I keep following tabs on international stuff to you guys, and nothing is changing. They're slowly getting better. But let's hope that we come out of this world pandemic stronger and braver than we went in. And let's hope the next generation that we are teaching as parents, as grandparents, as moms and dads, and yes, the teachers in the classroom come out strong and brave kids, because this changes everything for all of us. I mean, we're not allowed to hug people anymore. We're supposed to wear masks, which we do, and then we are not allowed to do anything and any thing, and it's scary. So I didn't, as I said, I have, I'm 99% sure I have asthma. It's not COVID the last time I checked. And so I'm 99% sure it's asthma, but I want to keep my asthma, and on the asthma will be the top. CP is always CP is always the bottom of this cake. Asthma is the icing. I don't know if you guys like chocolate icing or vanilla icing. I don't know. I don't know how to categorize asthma on top of CP. Now, if it was epilepsy, I would know how to categorize that because it's very common. But I don't know how to categorize asthma on top of CP. I know weak lungs are very common. I know asthma itself is very common, a common disease slash a disability. But I have never, ever, 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 I should look up the statistics, heard of a person with CP who has weakened lungs from CP getting asthma. I need to look up the statistics, you guys, before I categorize it. Now, I don't know. Let's say uh let's say a red velvet cake for those of you that are listening. Let's say a red velvet cake with chocolate icing or vanilla icing. For those of you that like chocolate, you're on team chocolate. For those of you that like team vanilla, you're on team vanilla. But let's make it a red velvet cake, and let's not make it a pineapple upside down cake, because pineapple upside down cake doesn't have icing on it and all. But I have never ever, the common ones with CP, or the most common one is epilepsy, and there's a host of other things because CP is a neurological disability. But this will be the first time that I have heard of a person with CP getting asthma, but because of my weakened lungs and because of my family history, I am 99% positive that it is asthma. And so here we go, you guys. Welcome to Mr. Toad's Wild Mind Part 2 and Part 3. I mean, geez, as you walk through this journalism slash moving slash getting diagnosed with asthma. What is this? Um, I think I um I think I have to tell a Disneyland story here just to brighten up mood. The Disneyland story, yeah, the Disneyland. It wasn't Disneyland, which is in Orlando, and way before COVID happened. This was in the 90s. My dad goes, my mom, my mom actually kicked this off. The automatic actually kicked this off. She goes, I smell bananas. I smell bananas. And I a person standing next to us, not in our party, goes, I hear a river. And then, and then my dad goes, well, what do you have? What do you have? Can you come up with some craziness to go along with it? And I'm like, no. So I can't, at this point, I can't come up with me getting diagnosed with asthma and then in the midst of a move. I that sounds crazy. That sounds absolutely crazy. And it's like, oh, here we go again, trying to keep her work stable and trying to do midst of a move so I can get diagnosed with asthma. And then and so we'll see. We'll see you guys. But if you guys don't hear from me, I haven't fallen off the planet yet. I'm just extremely busy enough to not come out of the woodwork. But with Danielle's help, I think I can keep it together. I think, but we'll have to see what Mr. Asthma diagnosis does to me. That if if my dad's death didn't put me on ground, I don't think asthma will put me on ground, you guys. That's the winning attitude right there, but we'll have to see what Mr. Asthma diagnosis says or whatever it is. And yeah, and so I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And Danielle, do you want to sign us off?
Yeah, yeah, no, no, uh, uh,
Thank you for following us, as she said, and go be brave and be strong, you guys. Thanks for following us. Bye. Bye, you guys.